Okay. You want to come up? You want to come up here? We haven't had any dogs in the picture lately, so may as well. Boots is getting old. Yep. Here comes the other one. You want to come up? Want to be in the movie? Come on, we haven't had any exciting dog footage. Come on. Come on up and be in the movie. Yes, you are. You're hiding outside a camera? I don't know. What are you doing here? Well, they're good girls. And, of course, we had to have a fucking cancer scare about a month ago with Blanca because she gets fucking lumps and shit like that. But right about now, she's okay. We had her checked out. They're all benign. And this one's getting old and cranky and stuff like that. But she's still a good girl, right? You're a good girl? So I guess people want a little break from the black and white stuff. So how about a little fucking New York fucking story here? I was working as a mechanic. I would work every other Saturday, and after work I would go to this bar called the Linford, which we affectionately called the Zoo sometimes because it became a zoo. So one afternoon, I wasn't working, but I was usually in there 4 o'clock because, you know, me and my buddies would plot out our debauchery for the evening. So I was sitting there with this friend of mine, Matt, who was a truck driver, and the eternal mooch, Jimmy, who left later on. A couple other guys came in. But there was one guy named Cliff who was there. And I just knew him in passing. He was one, you know, in and out of there type of things. But on this Saturday afternoon, we were engaging in a conversation and whatever. And then Cliff goes, well, you know something, we're going to go to New York and have a couple drinks. You should come with us. So I was like, and he goes, you know, honestly, I would take it as a personal insult if you didn't come with me and have a couple drinks. So I'm looking at Matt and I'm going, you know, is this on the up and up? Because I don't want to get fucking jackpotted or something like that. No, he gave me the nod. Cliff was okay. And then when we started walking out, he goes, odds are we won't be paying for a lot of fucking drinks tonight. So we get in Cliff's Cadillac, this old beat up Eldorado. And we drive through the Holland Tunnel and we come out on Canal Street. And what's the first bar you see there? The Four Roses. So we started there. We started at the Four Roses. And we proceeded to drink our way across Manhattan. Of course, Club 44, the Wagon Wheel, Club 45, places I've never fucking heard of. All right, so we even hit Harlem. And the thing was, Matt was right. For whatever reason, everybody knew this guy. Cliff was about 5'0", had a shaved head and a Van Dyke goatee. Sort of looked like Satan sometimes. But anyway, everybody knew the fucker. And we were, you know, in and out, in and out. And finally it got to be around, you know, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, all right, you know, what are we going to do now? And he goes, I know a place that opens at 4 o'clock. So we drive over to the Lower East Side with this one stop in the middle because he got a wino somehow, and the guy knew where we could buy beer, so we bought him a 6-pack and bought another 6-pack to kill on the way over to this after-hours joint. Which was, and I can't remember the address, it was somewhere on the Lower East Side, and we walked up like 2 flights of stairs. I guess there was a secret knock or something, and we were let in. Well, every weirdo in New York City probably was there. I mean, pimps, prostitutes, you name it, they were there. But as I looked at the glasses, I decided to opt for a can of fucking Budweiser because the glasses were not that clean. So I was between doing hard stuff and nursing beers all night, so I'm kind of fucked up. Matt's kind of fucked up and whatever. There was another guy with us named Tony. So it was like 4 of us. So anyway, Cliff is having some kind of discussion about eating pussy of all things. And telling everybody he's the best pussy eater on the East Coast. Well, he's having this conversation with this black chick, who, in the midst of all this stuff, all of a sudden, Cliff picks her up, puts her on the pool table, reaches under her skirt, pulls her panties down, and is confronted by a very erect, one-eyed trouser snake. Cliff promptly passes out. Me and Matt look at each other going, oh, this is fucking great. So rather than leave him lay there because he could become the rest of the entertainment for this evening, we get him up and like, okay, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's go home. So we get him out to the car and I'm like, can you drive? Because I can't. Well, all of a sudden, Cliff sobers up a little bit and he goes, what happened? What happened? What the fuck was that? I'm like, dude, you don't even want me to tell you what the fuck just happened. Let's just go home, all right? So now we're missing Tony, who is behind a dumpster getting a blowjob from a $5 hooker. So we get in the car and we're heading back to Jersey when we see a couple hitchhiking. And they look like a fucking problem. But, of course, Cliff's got to pick them up. So they get in the back seat, and about 5 minutes into the ride to wherever we're going, they start getting into a fight. So Matt had fucking had it about this time because he's sitting next to him. He gets out of the car and pushes them out into the street with his feet. Leave them there screaming and yelling and shit. We get back into Jersey just around 7 o'clock in the morning when the Linford opened for an eye-opener. So that's one of a crazy fucking hang around New York City all fucking night and deal with kinds of weirdness. Of course, this wouldn't be my last adventure with the guy named Cliff and Matt and the usual crew of knuckleheads that I used to hang around with, because our next episode with Cliff would involve him and a truckload of watermelons. So that's another story for another time. So until then, say goodbye to the dogs, stay safe, thanks for subscribing, thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you on the flip side if I can get up off this fucking couch. And I could use a couch if anybody has a fucking used couch they want to get rid of, because these dogs have fucking killed it.